Hello, I'm Wayne Hay in Kuala Lumpur with the top stories on Al Jazeera. US President Barack Obama says the top US commander in Afghanistan, Stanley McChrystal, showed poor judgment for highly critical comments he made in a magazine article about senior administration officials. McChrystal has apologised but has been summoned to the White House for a meeting with the president. Patty Culhane has more from Washington.
We believe that the two are going to meet one-on-one in the Oval Office, and then allegedly McChrystal is going to be part of the national security meeting briefing on Afghanistan, where he'd be sitting in a room with at least half of the people he insulted. Now, we don't know if he's going to make it from that meeting to the national security situation room. And it's important to point out, President Obama's got more than just the option of keeping him and firing him. If he decides to release him from his command, he can also take away some of his stars, and that could impact his pension.
Jamaican police say they've captured the alleged drug kingpin Christopher Dudas Coke on the outskirts of the capital, Kingston. Coke is wanted in the United States on drugs and weapons charges. Attempts to capture him in May led to clashes in which at least 76 people were killed. A US judge in New Orleans has blocked a 6-month moratorium on new deep-water drilling projects. The Obama administration imposed the ban in the wake of a massive oil spill caused by an explosion on a rig in the Gulf of Mexico. The US Interior Secretary says he'll issue a new drilling moratorium. The UN Secretary General has set up a 3-person panel to look into allegations of human rights abuses in the final months of Sri Lanka's civil war. The UN says more than 7,000 civilians were killed in the conflict between January and May 2009. Rights groups have accused both the army and Tamil Tiger rebels of war crimes, a claim which has been denied. The British government has delivered tough new austerity measures to try to reduce the country's budget deficit. Finance Minister George Osborne unveiled the emergency budget. He announced major spending cuts and tax rises, including a 3% increase in goods tax known as VAT. You can always get more news on our website, aljazeera.net/English.